the Sixers have a shot in this series still. Winning game 5 was not just a fluky performance. It was in Boston, and Embiid dominated them. They found a way to beat up on the Celtics. Vucevic has no answer. Kata has no answer for Embiid. The Celtics have no answer to stop Embiid. And I said this before, but I think the Sixers are the deeper team in this series. Paul George has been pretty serviceable. I mean, he held Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum to 0 for 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. He's been a great defender this whole series. Quentin Grimes could give you 18 points off the bench. Tyrese Maxey, 29 points per game in the regular season, had 25, has been great this series. VJ, I mean, I know he was cold this game, but I think he could give you 20 points in the next game, game 6, or be really serviceable. Andre Drummond's even a nice piece off the bench. Dominic Barlow, he's a high effort guy, high motor guy that's going to, make impact without stats. So the Sixers are the deeper team. Embiid, Oubre was down in this performance, but he's usually a double-digit point scorer. While Boston, they have, guys, it's a well-oiled machine. If Tatum and Brown can't give you anything like they did in the fourth quarter, Derek White has been struggling to find his shot. Peyton Pritchard, he had a magnet ball game, but he only had 12 points in this game. Vooch isn't giving you nothing, either defensively or offensively. So, yeah, Boston's really cooked if their two stars cannot both put up 30 points. Tatum and Brown are both great, but I like the matchups that the Sixers could provide. Grimes and Paul George match up very well with those two. And when it's time to get pivotal stops, the Sixers were able to do that. And yeah, Embiid, if he's giving you 30 points, nothing you could do. And I think he's going to be able to find his shot in game 6. Be able to knock a couple threes down. He was 0 for 5 from the 3-point line. I think he's going to be able to find his rhythm there. But the physicality he brings in the paint, yeah, this Boston has no answer. There's no Al Horford to stop him. There's no Aaron Baines. There's none of the big man they used to have to stop Embiid. None of that there. No presence. So I'm looking at this series, and game 5 was a huge win, but it wasn't a fluke. The Sixers, I think, really have what it takes to knock off Boston. And game 6, if Boston doesn't end the series there, I can't just confidently say Boston's going to walk away with this series. So I think there's real confidence brewing, especially after this past win. The Sixers, we all looked at this team. If they were going to be healthy, this is a team that could be a threat and could be a title contender. Just facing Boston is their toughest matchup. Them facing them in round 1, it probably is the best. If they get past Boston, they could come out the East. They could come out the East, really. I don't fear Cleveland either. They're struggling with Toronto to put that series away. So Boston, yeah, this is the Eastern Conference Finals in my opinion. So yeah, there's real confidence with Philly. Embiid changes this series dramatically. Nick Nurse is coaching for his life, but I think the Sixers have rose to the occasion. They've proven that they can look Boston in the eyes and beat them. It comes down to game 6 today. I think the Sixers have a shot. I think they could pull off a victory at home. And then you go to Boston, which you already won 2 games at Boston already in the series, which is crazy. Don't count out Philly. I think, though, the Sixers start Quentin Grimes, have Paul George, Quentin Grimes, VJ, Joel Embiid, and Tyrese. And if 3 of those guys get hot, it's tough for Boston. It's really tough for them. I'm not trying to be delusional about the Sixers team, but I think that they could pull it off in 7. I think the Sixers could win this series in 7 games. You start Quentin Grimes, you let Oubre off the bench. Drummond has been giving you pivotal minutes, as well as Barlow. They have their rotation. Their role players have been stepping it up. They need another game where they're better than Boston's role players. As long as Peyton Pritchard doesn't drop 30 again, I like the Sixers' chances, and I think they could win game 6 and go to Boston, and it's up in the air for whatever happens. Think this series got really interesting. This is the best series left with, the Spurs moving on, OKC moving on, Timberwolves, they're fighting for their life to, end that series. This is the best series left right now with Embiid healthy and fully swinging. So, like I said, I got the Sixers taking this to 7 and then having a shot to win it. Some people thought the NFC North was going to be the worst division in football this season. They thought it was going to be as bad as the NFC South.